Hi viewers, welcome back to our channel. In this video we will continue learning the line command and we will perform task 9 and task 10. So first of all, let's analyze task 9 and see which coordinate system is suitable for creating this sort of drawing. First of all, we have to see whether we have the grid available or not. Since we can see that there is no grid, uh, so we cannot use the snap mode. The next thing is that we have to see whether the coordinates, absolute coordinates of each points are given or not. Since there are no coordinates given, so we cannot use absolute coordinate system. So the only choice we left with is a relative coordinate system, either the relative Cartesian coordinate system or relative polar coordinate system. In this sort of situation, I will recommend to use relative polar coordinate system. The another option which we have is ortho mode. Since the most of the lines, or you can say that few of the lines are oblique lines, so we cannot use ortho mode alone, but we can use it in combination with relative polar coordinate system. So we will start this drawing and make this drawing using a combination of relative polar coordinate system and ortho mode. So let's start this drawing. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to invoke the line command by typing L and pressing enter. So now we are in the line command. So we assume that the start point is at the origin. It means we have to input 0, 0. So our line command is started. After this point, we have to decide which way we have to go, since the point numbers are not given now. In the previous task, you actually saw that there were point numbers given like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in this drawing, the point numbers are not given. It means that we can either go in the counterclockwise direction or we can go in the clockwise direction. But then we have to analyze which way is most suitable for this drawing. So if we go in counterclockwise direction, we can see that the dimension of this line is not given. The direct dimension or direct length of this line is not given. Although we can calculate it by adding the x components of all the inclined lines and horizontal lines, but this will be very difficult. So the most suitable direction for this drawing is by moving clockwise. It means we will start from here, draw this line first and then this line and so on. So first of all, we have to draw this line. So in relative polar coordinate system, we have to write at the rate 2 less than 90 degree. Why 90 degree? Because this line is making 90 degree with positive x-axis. But we can do this thing with ortho mode also. So we have to switch on this ortho mode and enter 2. After that, what we can do, we have to write, okay, so we have to draw this line. So this line is making 120 degree angle with the negative y-axis. So we have to calculate how much angle this line is making with the positive x-axis. So if the positive x-axis is here, the angle between the positive x-axis and negative y-axis is 90 degree. So we left with 30 degree. It means that this line is making 30 degree angle with positive x-axis, and the length of this line is 2. So what we will write, at the rate 2 less than 30. So the next line, the length is 1 in the negative y-axis direction or downward direction. We will move the cursor in the negative y direction and press enter 1 and then press enter. For the next line, what we will do, we will direct our cursor towards the right direction or positive x-axis direction and enter 1, and after that we will press enter. For the next line, we will direct our cursor towards the negative y-axis and enter 1. For the next line, which is neither horizontal nor vertical line, what we have to do, we have to calculate its angle with the positive x-axis. So we can see that this line is making 60-degree angle with the positive y-axis, and the angle between the positive x-axis and positive y-axis is 90-degree. It means that this line is making 30-degree angle with the positive x-axis, which is over here, because the coordinate system is over here. So what we will do, we will mention the length of the line, which is 2 followed by 30, which is the angle. After that, we have to draw this line. The length of this line is 0.5 and it is in the direction of positive x-axis. Then we have to draw another line which is in the negative y-axis direction, and the length of this line is 2, and in the end we can press the close button. So in this way we can complete a kind of complex drawing using combination of ortho mode and a relative polar coordinate system. So in the next drawing we will draw this one, which is quite a complex one. It has only one orthogonal line which is around the y-axis or vertical line, whereas rest of the lines are neither horizontal nor vertical. But for each line there is a length given and angle given, but these angles are not with respect to the positive x-axis. In some cases the angles are given with respect to positive x-axis, but in other cases some of the angles are given with respect to positive y-axis and some angles are given with respect to different lines. So what we have to do, we have to analyze this drawing to finalize which coordinate system is most suitable for this sort of drawing. So since the grid is not available, so we cannot use the snap mode. We are not provided with the absolute coordinates of each point, so we cannot use the absolute coordinate system. So we are only left with ortho mode or relative polar coordinate system. Since most of the lines are neither horizontal nor vertical, so it is not beneficial to use ortho mode. So the only option we have is to use the relative polar coordinate system. So now we have to decide which direction we have to go, either clockwise direction or either counterclockwise direction or clockwise direction. So since the point numbers are given in this direction, so we have to go the clockwise direction. We have to move from point 1 to 3, 4 and so on till the point 9 and then come back to point 1. So we assume that the coordinates of point 1 are 0, 0, since these coordinates are not given in the drawing. So we will start the line command by typing L and pressing enter. We will input the coordinates of start point as 0, 0, and now we have to draw a line between point 1 and point 2. This line is making 90-degree angle with the positive x-axis, since it's apparently a vertical or yes, it's apparently a vertical line. So what we will give, 6.186 angle 90, and we'll put @ sign at the start. 6.186 is the length of the line. So we have this line available. So next we have to draw a line between point 2 and 3. Since this line is making 60-degree angle with the y-axis and we have 90-degree angle between positive x-axis and negative y-axis, it means this line is making negative 30-degree angle with the positive x-axis. So the coordinates will be at the rate 2 angle minus 30. The length is given as 2. So for the next line between point 3 and 4, the angle is directly given with respect to positive x-axis and it's 10. The length is not given here, but it's given over here, because this drawing is symmetrical around a line, horizontal line, which is passing through this point. So it means this line is the mirror image of this line. The length of this line should be equal to the length of this line. So what we will give at the rate 2 angle 10. So next we have to draw a line between 4 and 5. Once again we have given the angle of this line with respect to y-axis, which is 110. If this is making a 110 degree angle with the y-axis, we have to calculate how much angle it will make with the positive x-axis, which is somewhere over here. So it will be 110 minus 90, so it means it would be minus 20 degrees, minus 20, and the length is given as 3, because this line is the mirror image of this line. So the command will be at the rate 3 less than minus 20. So the next line from 5 to 6 is a bit confusing, because there is an angle given as 155, which is just to make you confused. There is no use or there is no value of this angle. The only angle which matters is this one. If this angle is making 90 degree with this line, then we know that we have a line of symmetry over here. If we have a horizontal line over here, what does it mean? This line is making positive, this line is making 45 degree angle with the negative x-axis. So if this angle is 45, then this angle with the positive x-axis should be 90 plus 45, because this is 90 and this is 45. So it means that this line is making an angle of minus 45 with respect to positive x-axis. So the coordinates will be at the rate 2 angle minus 45. So for this line, if this angle is 45 with respect to negative x-axis, so the total angle with respect to positive x-axis would be 180 plus 45. It means 225. At the rate 2 angle 225. So for this line, we know that the angle it is making with the positive x-axis is 20 degree. It means it is making, this line is making an angle of 200, because this angle is 20 degree with respect to negative x-axis. So the angle will be 180 plus 20, which is 200 degree centigrade. So at the rate 3 angle 200. So this line is making 10 degree angle with the positive x-axis. It means the angle between the negative x-axis and this line is 10 degree. So the angle this line is making with the positive x-axis is 180 minus 10, which is 170. So at the rate 2 angle 170. So in the end we have to draw this line. So in the while drawing this line, we calculated that this is angle, this is making 90, this is making minus 30 degree angle with the positive x-axis. It means this is making 30 degree angle with the positive x-axis here, but we are here. So what we have to do, we have to actually draw a coordinate system over here. This angle should be 210. So at the rate 2 less than 210. So since the drawing is completed and we did not use the close command, it means all the coordinates which we gave were correct. That's why we were able to complete this drawing. Thank you very much. This is all what we got about the line command, and in the next video we will start the circle commands and we will perform number of tasks so that you can understand how to use circle command. And while doing the tasks related to circle command, the line command will also be used. Thank you very much.